Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can buy it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Sky-Dweller, reference 326934. Mostly a steel watch, this 2017 Baselworld debut was a star, with just enough white gold in its ring command fluted bezel to call itself white Rolex, or a combination of steel and white gold. Nevertheless, it's the toughness of the steel case and bracelet, as well as the appealing price point of this now far more accessible annual calendar GMT that has made this watch red hot as of late. On my 16cm circumference wrist, you can see it wears easily. Despite being one of the larger Rolex models at 42mm in diameter, it's not nearly as thick as you might suspect, only 13.9mm thick, and lug-to-lug 50.6mm. If you add the solid end links, it does swell a little bit across the wrist to the point of 52.3mm. I would say 14.5 centimeter circumference wrist is probably the lower limit to wear this one well. The lug spacing on this watch is broad for a Rolex at 22mm. I've never seen one of these placed on an aftermarket strap, but if you wish to swap to a Rolex strap, it would look just fine, and your dealer can assist you as such. You will note that the watch has a high polished finish, all about its case, with a small amount of contrasting satin finish on its Oyster style bracelet, which is to say it's a Rolex sports watch. Large channels between the links on the underside prevent pinching skin or pulling hair. They also help to vent the wrist. The Oyster is one of the best vented bracelets on the market. You can see that individual removable links are fixed with screws, and the clasp is nicely made, fully finished inside and out, all of high polish internally with no marks of manufacture and a straight through polish on the top. This is a flagship piece from Rolex. That said, simple pleasures endure. You still have the Rolex 5mm Easy Link quick adjustment system built into the clasp. It's the equivalent of adding or removing one sizable link, but doing so without use of tools. This one does not feature a clamshell lock, but rather a vertical trigger that unlocks. There's a beak and an interlocking horn on the underside, so it's not a friction fit system. It's actually a complex trigger release that keeps this one easy to open but absolutely secure when on the wrist. Turning the watch over, you can see that it looks for all the world like a large Datejust. It has that case profile that you associate with the Day-Date and the Datejust. Sensuous compound curves, a flame surfacing effect thanks to its sinuous arcs. This is not the super case that we associate with larger Rolex watches. This might be the largest traditional Rolex case ever made. It is beautiful for that reason and quite versatile. Now, moving in, you can see that there is a quality about the gray gold that is non-plated, straight through 18-karat white gold bezel, distinct from rhodium-plated white gold. This is gray gold. Rolex makes it themselves. It is large, faceted, almost gem-like, just enough precious metal to ensure that the Sky-Dweller still feels rich. Mission accomplished, and there's a lot more going on than beauty. Pulchritude and precision. This bezel is part of the movement. Now, the caliber 9001 inside is Rolex's most complicated movement ever made. It features a 3-day power reserve, automatic winding. It's a COSC certified Swiss chronometer as a movement, then fully cased up and retested to chronometer standard and beyond by Rolex. That's what superlative chronometer means. It means a COSC chronometer is tested to -4 plus 6 seconds per day during tests as a bare movement. A superlative chronometer is tested to -2 plus 2 seconds or better per day as a fully cased watch. Full balance bridge and a free-sprung balance for toughness, overcoil hairspring for positional resistance to timing deviation, that is, it helps the watch to resist the effects of gravity on precision, and it has a Parachrom Blue niobium zirconium blue oxidized alloy that makes it robustly anti-magnetic. So you've got all that going on. It's also an annual calendar and a GMT. Let's see how it works. Now, the ring command bezel turned all the way clockwise means that nothing happens when you pull the crown out. You can wind in the first position, but when you pull it out, nothing happens. I'm turning the crown and nothing is happening on the dial. Now I rotate the crown, one click, counterclockwise, and now I can propel, you'll note I can propel the date in both directions. There's a small red dot and an aperture outboard of every hour index, 12 hours, 12 months. That's how the annual calendar system works. It requires adjustment only once per year annually during the jump from February to March. So I can drive the date, if I wish, all the way forward, and you'll note that red indicator, which is at 6, so it's indicating June 21st. That's what you're seeing there. I can drive the date forward, and you'll note that red dot will jump to 7 and will jump to July. Now I can jump backwards too because it is bidirectional. That's one of the unique features Rolex introduced by using wheels and only wheels to create the Helios annual calendar system. They have the ability to run the calendar bidirectionally like a Ulysse Nardin. Now if I were to turn the crown once more counterclockwise, now I can move the local hour hand. So I can set that, but you'll note the watch doesn't stop ticking, so precision is not affected. The 24-hour GMT time zone is not affected. I can use this to drive the date if I wish. That is local time. Local time is always key to the date. But now there's one more justified position all the way justified counterclockwise. Now you see the seconds hand stops. This is in stop second or coordinated setting mode, and I can set everything in sync now. And I've stopped the seconds hand. Generally you want to stop it at 12 and use that function to coordinate against a reference time like a known accurate atomic clock online. Okay, now I'm going to push the crown back in. I'm going to turn the crown back all the way clockwise. I've set my time, I've set my date, I've set my 24-hour format second time zone. Now, despite the fact that this watch has that complex ring command interface system, it still has 100-meter water resistance, so this remains a true full-featured Rolex sports watch, and now principally composed of Rolex's proprietary 904L highly corrosion-resistant steel alloy. It's just that much tougher and more appropriate as a sports watch than previous iterations of the Sky-Dweller. You can see this latest mostly steel Sky-Dweller and annual calendar GMT chronometer and own it on the watch box. And we're back with the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Sky-Dweller. Its silvery sheen by day gives way to beautiful blue chromolite, Rolex's proprietary lume by night. See it and make it yours on the watch box.